communication project. I would like to begin by saying that this class has been a real eye-opening to communicating and listening. Slide. Interpersonal communication is the kind of communication that happens when people involved talk and listen in ways that maximizes the presence of the personal. Communicators are always talking, listening, and sending and receiving, giving all cues and taking them. When communicators give and receive or talk and listen in ways that emphasizes their uniqueness, unmeasurable responsiveness, reflectiveness, and addressability, the communication is interpersonal. Slide. Overarching master goal. It is important to listen to ourselves from our heart, non-judgmental, in other words, being our own best friend instead of our own worst enemy. When we assume responsibility for ourselves, following the road to self-development, personal effectiveness, and power can be a privilege rather than a chore. It is difficult to understand others until we learn to listen effectively to ourselves. My overarching goal is to listen to myself and what I am thinking, as this will help me be more aware of why I behave the way I do. Having this awareness will help me understand my own beliefs by which I live, having power over my own behavior. Slide. Enlarging my conversation. There is a direct link between the quality of your communication and the quality of your life. A good listener can be defined as one who is mindful in the wide spectrum of listening skills that include accurate receiving, retaining information, sustaining attention, attending to your own speech, and encouraging the person you are listening to. Mindful listening requires a desire to listen, which involves a curiosity for new information and a willingness to pay more respect to your speaker. Empathetic listening focuses on the other person's thoughts and feelings and requires 3 skill sets: focusing, encouraging, and reflecting. Slide. Enlarging my conversation. Continue. Enlarging my conversation encompasses all the dynamic of interpersonal communication, conversation, and dialogue that occur in a relationship. It involves empathetic listening and nonverbal communication and self-disclosure. It is the way in which we live our daily lives in a genuine, authentic state. It is the world of meaning that people live both in and through by using their perception and observing others' actions. It encourages us to form contacts and maintain relationships. It enables us to make a sense of the world and our experiences in it. In other words, it bridges gaps between a person's inner and outer world, consequently bridging the gap between reality and ideal. Slide. Enlarging my conversation continues. According to Peterson, our stomachs expand with mixed emotions. They press the heart into pricks in our chest, sending capabilities south. When our brains are flat, we can't hear, see, think, or. This causes our system to get out of whack, which affects communication, which also affects listening. Slide. Behavior blend. Specifically, personality patterns of the way I think. According to Carbonell, the model of humans are 4 basic types of temperament, known as the temperament model of behavior, the behavioral disc. Personality type. Slide. Description of behavior blend. This is expected of me. This is what is expected. This is me. Slide. Positive behavior blend influences. I have prominent influence tendencies. Effective leadership skills, although direct, very influential. Balanced and matured. Control strengths and weaknesses. Cautious in processing and awareness. Slide. Negative behavioral influences tend not to be thinkers or researchers, tend to roll in several different directions, lack paying attention to detail, disorganized, careless, overanalyzing. Slide. Potential barriers. Feel anxious, very fearful to communicate skillfully. Feeling entitled to express myself. Negative self-talk, disclosing myself to others, fatigue, and rescuing others. Slide. Various solutions. Think clearly and honest about who I am by strengthening my foundation, recognizing what matters most, change negative statements to positive, be more willing to share myself with others, listen at a level 2 to make notes, become aware of okay attitudes. Slide. Noise pollution. Factors that influence us to be distracted from listening effectively at level 1. 2 types of noise pollution. Internal noise, external noise. Internal noise includes hearing what we want to hear. The solution, not allowing past experiences to dictate how I listen. Internal noise, biased listening. Solution, patience. External noise, emotional listening. Solution, positive. Internal noise, fatigue. Process information better. Solution. Slide. Noise pollution continued. External noise, loud traffic noises. Solution. Find a peaceful place outside. External noise, views of outside activity or scenery. Solution. Go to a place where there are less distractions. External noise, doing 2 or 3 things at one time. Solution. Focus on one thing at a time. External noise, talkers speaking too rapidly. Solution. Ask for understanding and clarity. Slide. My plan of action. My plan of action is to listen with intent, paraphrase for clarity, focus more on the other person, respect what others say is important to them, and manage my time better. Plan of action continue. Stand up for myself, improve my listening skills, begin to demand what's rightfully mine, work on managing conflict, and try not to be so intense. Slide. In conclusion, it is easy to overlook oneself and point a finger at others. My main objective is to do a lot of soul searching of me, praying that whatever it takes to rid myself of things that will hinder me from being an effective listener to the kingdom of God. I never imagined that this class would enlighten me on how I need to be a better communicator and a better listener. However, this class has given me the opportunity to see myself